Walking down these empty streets, echoes of the past I meet. Lost and wandering for so long, searching for where I belong. Sunrise breaking through the night, guiding me back to the light. Every step feels like a prayer, promises hang in the air. Come back home, heal your heart, where the love never parts. Come back home, find your peace. In this place, your pain will cease. Memories of laughter and tears, answers to my deepest fears. In these walls I find my truth, washing away the years. Oh, the road was long and rough, but my spirit's had enough. Here in the sanctuary, healing feels extraordinary. Come back home, heal your heart, where the love never parts. Come back home, find your peace. In this place, your pain will cease. Oh, the road was long and rough, but my spirit's had enough.
Good morning. Good morning. Let me see. Let me make sure the sound is right. We are good. Good morning. Good morning, squad. We got a half-hour show. Because I got to get the baby to school. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, y'all. It's Wednesday. Half of the week. Jump in that chat. Say something to me. Let me know you're in the building. Let me know that you're here. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Dear Brother Podcast. We're going to get it in today. We're going to get it in. I got to figure out how to extend this time, man. So again, I think I told y'all yesterday, my show will be, I have my baby girl Monday, Tuesday, Friday. So I think we can do long shows Tuesday. No, we could do long shows Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, actually. So I'll have an extended show Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And before we start anything, jump in the chat, say good morning, let me know you're in the building, hit the like button, subscribe. Let me know that you're here. And I want to give a big shout out. Before we start anything, let me see who's in the chat. Let me say good morning to some people. What's up, Xavier? Good morning, my man. How you feeling this morning, brother? Good morning. Before we start anything, man, I gotta show love. I gotta show love this morning I was doing some study on our reach. And I want to say this to y'all. I want to do some study on our reach, on some analytics. I want to give a shout out to the UK brothers. All my brothers in the UK. Y'all been watching this podcast, man. God bless you, brothers. Thank you to all the brothers in the UK that have been watching the show, man. No fear, no shame, no compromise in the UK. Stand tall, brothers. I want to give a shout out to Morocco. All my brothers in Morocco and my sisters. There's a lot of sisters that watch out of Morocco. 69% of the people that watch out of Morocco are women, man. God bless y'all. No fear, no shame, no compromise to you. I pray for your city. I pray for your country. I pray for what's happening there. Also, South Africa, my South African brothers. Man, I've been doing these analytics, and all you guys are between like 24 and 35. God bless you. You are the strength of your country, man. You're the strength of your country. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for hearing me out in the morning and hanging out with me. If you're in the chat, let me know you're in the chat. Hit the like button on YouTube. Hit the like button. Much love, Toya. Good morning. Much love. You hit that like button. Thank you for hitting that like button, Toya. Thank you so much. Because what the like button does, it doesn't pump my pride. If you believe in what I'm doing, hit the like button. YouTube will send some more people this way. So if you want more people to hear what's going on and be a part of our community, hit that like button, hit that share button. That way we can spread this wealth that we have and our great community we have every morning. Let me also shout out Germany. My goodness, Germany. My brothers in Germany. Y'all been watching, man. I'm telling you, y'all, I was mind blown last night. Totally, completely mind blown last night looking at the analytics. I want to give a shout out to my brothers in Canada, my Canadian brothers. I'm only about 6 hours away from Canada, so I want to let you brothers know, real talk, man. I'll come to universities, I'll come to your churches, I'll come to your mosque, I'll come to your community centers, man. Let me know. Let me know. I am willing to travel, bring books, and teach men wherever I go. So Germany, man, shout out Canada, shout out Australia. My goodness, Australia. Shout out to my brothers in Australia, man. God bless you. I salute y'all. Thank you so much for hearing me out, listening to what I got to say. I hope that it's helping you. I hope that it's helping your families. I hope that it's helping your futures. So I've been looking around the world. I've been looking around the country of who've been listening. But now right here in the States, I got to shout out New York City. All my brothers, we only 99 miles away from New York City. I'm in Philadelphia. So New York City, man, shout out to my brothers in New York City. Y'all been watching by the thousands, man. And God bless you, brothers. Thank you, my guys in New York. Hit me up, man. I'll come to New York. I'll come to New York. My favorite place to come is the rough places, man. So if you're in them rough neighborhoods where nobody care about the youth, nobody care about, man, call Christian, man. I ain't scared of nothing. I've been in India doing work. I've taught in India. And they invited us into a leprosy colony, and all the people that was with me refused to go. I went in there and taught the people, loved the people. I love the people. I love the people. I'm not into capital. I'm not into making capital. You got to have men in this world that care about more than money. I'm into lifting human capital, man. Hit that like button. If you're on YouTube, throw something in the chat. Let me know you're in the building so I can say good morning to you. Shout out to New York, Texas, man. My guys in Texas, y'all been watching like crazy. California, y'all been watching like crazy. Shout out to Cali, man. Cali's air is different. Man, I love every time I'm going to Cali, I did not want to come home. Shout to Cali, man. Who else? Florida, man. My squad in Florida. Big North Carolina, man. Cackalack. Y'all been watching in North Carolina. My brothers in GA, Georgia, my Georgia family. Y'all been watching, man. So I want to show love. What's up, Steve? Good morning, my brother. Good morning. I also want to shout out Ohio. All you guys in Ohio that's showing love, man. Listen, call me up. You students, you adults, you need help with your sons, man. Call me up. Go to my website, christianwinners.com. You could book me to come to your city. Right? You could book me to come to your city. You can also go on Amazon right now and buy some books. All right? Let me get them. Go on Amazon, man. If you're in a country where Amazon serves you, go get this book right now. Home Where Hurt Men Heal. Look, I wrote a short, quick book because young men have been reading this book. In fact, I got a consultation with a 15-year-old. A 15-year-old boy went to my website, said, look, man, I want a one-on-one with you. Didn't cost him nothing. It's donation-based. I'm lifting lives, man. This is my commitment. Go to Amazon. Get this book right here, all right? And you sisters, while we talking about books, you sisters, go to Amazon right now and get your Soul of Sarah book. It's available to you right now. Shout out to all of you. And lastly but not least, just in case y'all ain't see them, y'all say I don't hold the books long enough. Here they go. Go get them. Go get the books. Amazon.com right now. Go get these books. All right. Here we go. What else? In Illinois. Shout out to Illinois, my brothers in Illinois. All right, let's get into it. We got a quick show today. What we got? We got 22 minutes. Let's see what we can do in 22 minutes. Let me see. Good morning, George. Yo, George. Yo, Steve. I need y'all to do something for me. I'm getting off of Facebook. All right, guys. I need you to go to YouTube. I need you to subscribe to the Dear Brother podcast. Go over to YouTube, George. Go over to YouTube, Steve. My man Steve up in Pittsburgh. Yo, Steve. God bless you, brother, and all the work you doing with your kids. Man, Steve got about 27 sons, man. Real talk, I think you got about 4 sons. And, man, those boys are in college. They playing sports. I watched you raise your son, Steve, and God bless you, man. Steve, in fact, Steve, I'm going to highlight you this morning, man. Steve, my man Steve Jenkins from Pittsburgh, bro. I want to highlight this man as a great father. serving his sons up in Pittsburgh. All his boys went to school. They getting scholarships. God bless you, Steve. But Steve, I need you to go over to YouTube. George, I need you to go over to YouTube. All right. All right. Let me see. Let me see. All right. There you go. All right, y'all. Let's get into it this morning. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's talk. Let's talk. I want to talk about let me say this quote first. Every man will create a legacy. Every man will create a legacy that outlasts him. Every man, jump in the chat. Tell me what you think that means before I jump into it. Every man will create a legacy that will outlast him. Every single solitary man born will create a legacy that outlasts him. Right? And I'm going to tell y'all something. I don't think we think enough about legacy. Right? I don't think we think enough about legacy. What happens is we got to move from a place, gentlemen, we got to move from a place of survival to thriving. We can't just be happy we survive every week. We can't just be happy we survive every month. You got to get to a place where you move to a place of thriving. What am I doing? I'm growing. I'm not just going to survive. And I want to say this, now that I know that a lot of my followers in this country, you guys are my age. You guys are between, 45, 55. But a lot of you guys around the world, you guys are 25 to 34. Let me talk to you right now. Let me give you some wisdom. And you guys in the chat that are my age, help me lift these brothers up, man. These guys don't have fathers. They don't have leadership. So help me lift them up. Understand this, gentlemen. I don't care whether you're 14, 15, 16. I don't care whether you just turned 21, 25, right? Every man will create a legacy that will outlast him. The question you need to start thinking about right now, and don't ever say you're too young to think about it, is how will people feel about me after I leave this earth? What am I doing in this earth? What kind of legacy am I leaving? What will they say about me? That has to matter to you. Don't say you're too young, right? Some of our biggest legends in the world died early. Martin Luther King died early. Malcolm X died early, right? JFK died early. These guys that were killed for their legacies, that right? But they have a legacy. We study those guys to this day. I want to see if there's some guys on this chat. I want to see if there's some guys in South Africa and Germany and New York and everywhere else that listen to me. I want to see if some of you guys are interested in a legacy. Who's interested in your name being in a history book for what you did in your neighborhood? Who's listening to me right now that wants more than what you've had? Talk to me. Who of you want to be more? You don't want to be a celebrity. I'm not talking about celebrity in Hollywood. I'm talking about men who leave their very footprint in their nation. I'm talking about men who leave their very footprint on the world. I'm talking about men who lift their family up to the point where other men have to look and say, that's an example of a man. We don't have enough examples of men now, right? We got chumps. We got people who think that tearing down is greater than building up, right? Every man will create a legacy that outlasts them. What kind of legacy are you leaving, right? What will they say about you? And you know what I'm learning, guys? Legacy is not just something that after you die, but after you leave. What did you leave there? Did you leave a hole or did you leave something great? Right? What do you leave? And I want to talk to some of y'all young cats that talk to in your high school. What do you leave in your school every day? What do they say about you? Is that the class clown? Right? Or is that the guy who made everybody laugh but lifted everybody up at the same time? Right? Are you using your gifting? Well, Christian, I don't know what my gift is. Okay, here you go. What bothers you? What things around the world bother you? If they bother you, you have the power to change them, right? Look around yourself. Don't just look of the things that will please you. You know what men do? Men look around to see what they can change. That's the power of men. Let me get in the chat. Let me see who's in the building. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. All right. So the question is, what legacy are you going to leave? And don't think about death. Again, it's not about death, right? It's not about death. It's about how you drop your kid off at school in the morning. When you drop your kid off at school in the morning, you kiss your baby on the forehead and you leave. Can somebody say, hey, man, I see that guy every day. He's supporting his family, right? Right? What kind of legacy are you leaving? When your daughters see you around your wife, do you know that's legacy? Man, I'm going to teach this morning. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. This legacy. Do you know it's legacy to kiss your wife before you leave? Let your daughter see that. You know the legacy that leaves? That leaves a legacy of your son saying, oh, that's how you treat a woman. right? When you rub your hand down your woman's hair and you hug her real quick, real tight before you leave for work, do you know your daughters see that and say, oh, that's how I should be treated? That's legacy. Legacy isn't about always building a Fortune 500 company. Legacy isn't about having a worldwide organization, right? Understand, I want you to understand as a man what legacy is. Legacy isn't, oh, everybody, when you die, got $1 million. No, who learned how to treat women better? Who learned how to jump into wisdom? Who learned calmness and steady mindedness from you? Right? Pay attention to what you're doing, gentlemen. The world needs you. The world, man, come on. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share this with the world. Man, I used to get on this computer so scared whether they wanted to hear me or not. Y'all on here because y'all want to listen. Y'all on here because I speak to something in you. I am not your leader. You are your leader. All my job is to wake the leader up in you. And that's what I'm trying to do this morning. I'm trying to shake the leader in you because people are watching you, right? Don't live this life like death is your only option. No, legacy. I'm going to leave something before I go. One of my favorite things that King David said in scripture was King David said, I will, listen to this, I will not die until I've served my generation. That's what David said. I will not die until I serve my generation. What was he saying? Legacy isn't just about these frivolous things or what car you drove. Nobody will give a damn about what car you drove, homeboy. Nobody gonna care about what you drove. Nobody gonna care about that suit you wear. Your legacy can't be in stuff that won't matter. Clothes gonna burn up, right? Cars gonna break down. You need to leave something in this earth that will not go anywhere after you go, that people will say, my God, that was a man right there. He wasn't perfect, but he was a man. That's the legacy you want to leave. You know, the enemy, he doesn't want you to leave any legacy. He wants you to running around the garden like Adam was, trying to find something to cover himself. That's the legacy the enemy wants you to leave. Every one of you is men. The enemy wants you to leave a legacy of fear and shame, right? Right? Some women already believe. I was reading a book the other day, and I was mind blown that there's some women that believe that all men are just animals, right? They should be afraid of men. They should just deal with us slightly. These are books that are being written. This is the view of men. This is the view of men in the world. I don't like that. I don't like that the view of men is that we scary and we should just be tolerated. I don't like that. Do you like that? Are you that kind of man? You're better than that, aren't you? Right? The legacy of men shouldn't be on the shoulders of a bunch of thugs and chumps who tear down things. The legacy of men should be on our backs, on the backs of fathers that take care of their kids and husbands that love their wives, right? And men that care about their kids' education and men that went and put something together to raise their family. That's the legacy you're looking for. I'm going to say it again. Every man will create a legacy that will outlast him. Every single one of you will leave a legacy that will outlast you. The question is, what will that legacy be? Will you die and everybody say he was just an asshole? He was just mean. He was just cantankerous. He was selfish. He wouldn't share with anybody. What kind of legacy you want to leave as a man? Right? And from some of you guys that are religious guys on here, you Christian guys, you Muslim guys, right? In your faith, what kind of legacy are you going to leave? You going to leave that you were just an average imam? You were just an average preacher who stood up there and talked about something you wouldn't walk out? Do you want that legacy? Do you want the legacy of a guy who just played your religion, but you didn't live out your religion? Do you want that legacy? No, sir, you don't. You want the kind of legacy where people will look back over your life and say, man, that was an example. Wake up this morning. I know you're going to work and you're tired of going to work, putting on your boots saying, man, I hate this job. Guess what? That job needs you. They need your character. They need your responsibility. They need your thinking. They need you. Don't think you just need them. Stop going to work saying, man, I'm just waiting for this every 2-week check. No, your job is paying for the presence of a man. Come on. Your job is paying for the presence of a man. What you going to be this morning? Who you going to encourage at work? What legacy are you going to leave at work? Right? I was a principal for 1 year, right? You're supposed to go be a principal, I guess, for 10, 15 years. I don't know. I don't live my life by those kind of rules. But I was a principal for 1 year at a school. 1 year, last year, right? And it wasn't structured for me to stay, right? But I said, if I'm going to be a principal for 1 year, I want to touch this school. I want to touch this school in a way where my legacy will never be forgotten. For 10 months, the first thing I did, let me tell y'all, the first thing I did in that school was I built relationships with fathers. Because I didn't want to be a principal at that school and not leave a legacy. I didn't know how long I was going to be there, but I wanted to leave something in the soil. What are you leaving in the soil? When your boot hits the soil, what's left there? Destruction, or did you build something? Ask yourself that, right? Ask yourself that. When you come home from work, you destroying the family with a bad attitude, or are you building them up? Right? Are you building your daughters up? They have low self. Do you know that your daughter's only definition of a man is you? Do you know that she's going to look for you when she goes to look for a man? And if you're an idiot, she will find an idiot. You cannot be mad at your daughter when she finds an idiot when you were an idiot in the house. Come on. That's going to be a short. I'm going to make a short out of that one. Goodness gracious. All right. I got to rush because what time? Oh, God, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I didn't get into my lesson. Let me see. Let me see who's in the building. All right. Let's get back to it. All right. Let me say this other quote for you. I want y'all to get this before I go because I got 10 minutes. True strength is measured by what you build, not what you break. True strength is measured by what you build, not what you break. Now, are there some things to break? Yes. There's some things that as men we should be tearing down, but that's not what we're talking about today. We'll talk about that maybe tomorrow, the things we should be tearing down. But what should we build? What should we be building up? Right? Think about it. You guys in New York, you guys in Texas, Cali, Florida, North Carolina, Georgia, Ohio, Illinois. I'm from Philly. Y'all know the murder rate? Y'all know the murder rate in these cities, and y'all know who's doing the killing. And the kids that are doing the killing are just what I said they are. They're kids. They're kids. They're between 15 and 19. I know in my city, I know you guys in Chicago, you guys in other parts of the country, you know, these murders are going down as kids doing these murders, right? That you know what that says? I take personal responsibility. Oh, now we're going to get into it. What kind of personal responsibility? You just watching the news saying, damn, man, yeah, these kids is messed up. Have I done that? Yes. But you know what? That's weakness. That's weakness to say, man, these kids is wild. What you going to do about it as a man? What legacy you going to leave? Who can you tutor? Who can you help? Whose hand can you shake? What young boy can you give a hug to and say, yo, you really want to be out here? Who can you give a job to? Some of y'all cats that ride dump trucks, who can you go hire? Pick some of these boys up. They not bad people. They need a man. They need a man that realizes legacy is important. They don't need an old head. Then we don't need no more old heads telling old stories about what they used to be and what they used to do and how much rugs they used to sell and how many women they used to lay with. That's clownery. We need men. Come on, that's chicanery. We need men now who are saying, what's up with a legacy? What can I build? What can I say? What can my name be on? What school can I affect? Right? Imagine that. I said this before in the podcast. I'm going to say it again. Imagine in these cities we talking about, in my city, imagine if 5,000 of us showed up at the education board. I think that should be our first move as men. Because no, I'm not just podcasting. Y'all think I'm podcasting just to be on here podcasting? No, sir. I'm on this podcast to build an international movement of empowering men for positivity. That's what I'm on here for. So that's why I want you to say hello in the morning. Tell me where you from. Why? Because I want to come to your city. I want to help you build the things up in your city. I'm not your hero. I'm not your guru. You are the man. You got the gift. And I'm coming, like Paul said in the scriptures. Paul said to Timothy, I'm stirring up the gift that's within you. What does that mean, Christian? That means that I am no guru. I'm just a regular a dude with flaws who cares about society. My goal is not to be your king. My goal is not to stand on stages. My goal is to sit right here and stir up the gift that's in you. That's what Paul said. Paul said to Timothy, I'm not giving you a gift. I'm stirring up the one that's in you. And for some of you pastors that listen to me, your job is not to keep on thinking you got a gift and you're giving it to people. No, you ain't giving them nothing. God gave them everything before they came to your little church. Get off your pride bucket, buddy. You ain't that important. Your goal is to stir up the gift that's within people. Stop acting like they don't have nothing before they came to you. No, sir. Real leadership is willing to stir up the gift within them and cause them to be leaders. Y'all remember the scripture. The scripture says, while we ought to be teachers, we still need to be taught. You know why? Because you're not raising teachers, you're raising students. Oh man, I know y'all pastors sick of me, but I know y'all sick of me. But guess what? Y'all have been sick of Paul. Y'all have been sick of Jesus, because Paul and Jesus would have hated your churches and would have wrote letters to them. Oh goodness, let me go. Ooh, let me see who's in the building. Huh? You come on. They wouldn't have respected you, dog. They wouldn't have respected you. Huh? Y'all arguing over people's souls. They wouldn't have respected you. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you, Muslim brothers. Come on, Muslim brothers. Huh? Y'all think you think the legends of Islam, the legends that built your faith, would be okay with all these young men in these inner cities killing each other and claiming to be Muslim? Come on. Come on. For you pastors, would you come on? We accept men walking around looking like women. We accept men walking around carrying pocketbooks. We accept that. Come on, that's not manhood. Just as much as I can challenge, I'm a Christ follower. I follow the legendary revolutionary named Jesus Christ. And what was Jesus Christ? He was changing lives. He wasn't accepting weakness. He wasn't accepting weakness. That's why I challenge all faiths. I challenge the Muslim brothers. I challenge you to talk to these young boys who are doing murders and claiming they're Muslim. I challenge you pastors to talk to these weak, feeble men who are running around banging every girl in the church, and feeble men who don't know whether they're men or women. No. See, it's a problem everywhere. You can't address one and not the other. I challenge my Jewish brothers who have lifted themselves above everybody else, as if the thing that their people went through the Holocaust wasn't different than the thing that the black people went through slavery. We all know what it is to be challenged, beat down, killed. We ought to stand together. We ought not be racist. For what? You broke and I'm broke, right? Your kids is getting killed. My kids is getting killed. Why should we be sitting in the parks arguing over faith? How about we come together? Why? Because every man will create a legacy that will outlast him. My legacy won't just be that I follow Christ, and your legacy shouldn't just be that you was a Muslim. Your legacy shouldn't just be that you was a Jewish brother. Your legacy is what boots did you put on the ground and what did you change in your community? Or are we still waiting on a hero? We still waiting on a hero. You waiting on the man over on the Republican side to change society. Are you crazy? Are you waiting on this woman to change society? Are you crazy? Huh? You are the change. You are the change agent. Oh man, I got 4 minutes. Let me get in the chat. What y'all saying in the chat? Let me talk. Let me see what y'all saying. Jump in the chat. Come on. Yes. I missed this comment. Like Lion King, you laugh in the face of danger. You about that life. Absolutely, I'm about that life. I'm absolutely about that life, Toy. You know why? Because what am I here for? That's what every time you wake up in the morning, man, what are you here for? You're not here just to hit that bottle and get drunk, homie. You're not here just to roll up that blunt so you can escape the world. You're not here just to run around seeing how many women you can be with. What are you here for? You're here to lay something in this earth. You're here so your children can say, damn, that's my dad right there. Don't you want that? Don't you want your kids to say, hey, that's my dad? And I want to say this. Let me get out my notes. Let me lead this, because I'll just talk to y'all for these last 3 minutes. For some of you men who have not been with your children, man, there might be some shame in there. There might be some shame saying, man, my kids don't need me or they don't want me around. Man, let me tell you something. Your kids need you. They need you just as much as you need them. They want you just as much as you want them. Be with them. Support them. Stand with them. They need your voice. Your wife, your children's mother doesn't have the voice you have. You have man voice. You have authority in your voice, not to scare them, but to build them up. That's legacy. Legacy is when your kids can look back and say 20 years from now, after you in your old years or even in the grave, your kids can say, I learned this from my father. Come on. That's what a man is. I learned this from my dad. My dad taught me how to think this way. Are we building legacies or are we destroying things? Do I respect the Republican nominee for president? Absolutely not. Why? Because he's a destroyer. You can't be a leader and a destroyer at the same time. You hear what I'm saying? Do I respect the lady on the other side? Absolutely not. Why? Because for them, it's about offices, man. For them, it's about their legacy. They're worried about their legacy. They're going to build their legacy on your back while you don't build one for yourself. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? No, sir. You're worth more than that, bro. You're worth more than that. Your work you put in life is worth more than that. You're an amazing man. Don't let your flaws blind you from your gift. Don't let your flaws blind you from who you are. Hey, yeah, man, subscribe, hit the like button, man. Subscribe to this channel, share it. I'ma tell you, I've dealt with low self-esteem all my life. Even to this day, I still battle it. I think it's the thorn in my side that would try to take me down or make me feel like what I'm saying is worth nothing, right? I'm not saying this for the pat on the back. I'm saying this because I don't want any of you to ever think I'm perfect. I deal with the battles inside. The reason why I teach you with such intensity is because I don't want any of you to carry the burdens that I've carried. I want you to understand the battles in your mind and be able to lift yourself up from it. You're worth something, bro. You're worth something. The question is, what you going to do? What you going to do? What you going to do? What are you going to do with your strength? Right? See this water? I can drink it for my health, or I could put my face in it and drown myself. Water is not the problem. It's how we're using it. All right. I can go in my kitchen right now and cook something on fire. Right. I can cook something. I can either cook breakfast to feed my children, or I can burn the house down. It's not the element. It's how it's being used. Power is not a bad thing. It's only bad in the hands of the wrong people. It's bad in the hands of destroyers and not builders. All right. I got to go, y'all. It's 6:30 on the dot. It's 6:30 on the dot. Hey, email me, Christian@ChristianWinners.com. And for some of you, because sometimes I don't get, especially on my short show days, I never get a chance to get to Dear Brotherly Advice, but I need to be talking to y'all, right? Please email me, Christian@ChristianWinners.com. Shoot me an email. I will address the points on the show. I'll be doing a live show starting next week, probably on Wednesday night. I may pop on tonight just for a dry run, but I'll be doing the evening show as well, y'all. Let me see before I go, is anybody in the chat? All right. Good morning, everybody. Everybody that came through. Xavier, shout out to Xavier. Toya, Steve, George, Tamika, Eric, and a lot of you guys I can't see on the other side. Got to get this chat life together so I can understand and see everything. But God bless y'all. Remember this. You matter today. You matter tomorrow, right? No fear, no shame, no compromise. Remember, yesterday is what? History. Tomorrow is what? A mystery. All you got is right now. What you gonna do with it, boss? Hey, I love y'all. I love you. You matter. You're amazing. Go to work. Stand tall today. No fear. No shame. No compromise. Be great. Love you, kids. See y'all tomorrow morning. Peace. What a show.